Welcome to Magic Podcast, your personal podcast. Today's topic is fascinating. We're diving into the world of posture, movement, and how it all affects musical performance. It's a deep dive, so buckle up.
I'm so excited. This sounds incredibly interesting. What's the core idea we're exploring?
Essentially, this book explores the intricate relationship between a musician's physical disposition, their posture, movement, breathing, and their ability to perform optimally. It's not just about playing the notes. It's about the entire physicality of the performance.
So it's about optimizing the body for musical expression.
Precisely. The book starts by exploring how to understand one's own physical disposition. Chapters 1 and 2 cover the evolution of posture and movement, laying the groundwork. Then it delves into the neuromotor system, postural reflexes, and the crucial pyramidal system of posture, a key concept they unpack throughout.
The pyramidal system? What's that all about?
That's a big part of it, yeah. It's all about the muscles involved in posture and how they work together. It discusses specific muscles like the pyramidalis and linea alba and their role in posture and movement. Chapters 3 through 6 provide the anatomical and neurological background, explaining the complex interplay of reflexes, feedback mechanisms, and motor learning.
So it's not just about posture. It's about the underlying neurological processes.
Exactly. It's about the whole system. Then it moves on to motor development, tracing it from embryonic stages through childhood and highlighting the impact of factors like early experiences and inhibitions. Chapters 7 and 8 focus on that, which is quite an interesting section.
I see. That sets the stage. But how does this relate directly to musical performance? Does it just talk theory, or does it get practical? Oh, it's very practical. The second part of the book is all about the ergonomics of sitting, crucial for musicians. It goes into incredible detail about chair design, music stools, and even orchestra chairs, all with a focus on how these impact posture and performance. They discuss muscle tension in various positions. It's fascinating stuff. Wow, that's specific. So it gets really hands-on with posture advice for different instruments?
Absolutely. It then delves into stance and gait, the interplay of words and movement, and examples of specific indispositions, problems musicians often experience. It even includes a section on how to examine and address these issues, covering physical and mental stress. Chapters 1 to 6 of Part 2 are vital for performance optimization.
That's a really practical approach. So they provide concrete methods to improve a musician's physical state?
Yes. Chapters 7 and 8 of Part 2, for example, focus on the hand, its anatomy, musculature, neurology, and how specific motor patterns can be developed or go wrong, which is something we all need to be careful about. Part 3 then shifts to breathing, crucial for wind and vocal performers. It covers breathing technique, common problems, and how to correct them. It even suggests exercises to improve technique. This section is deeply practical, including exercises to improve breathing mechanics.
That's essential, given the breath's central role in wind instruments and singing. So far, we've covered posture, movement, and breathing. What else?
Part 4 explores the help of science for instrumental technique. It specifically addresses ergonomics for different instruments like the horn, gamba, bassoon, and more, offering detailed guidance on posture, hand positioning, and even bow hold techniques. It's filled with examples specific to each instrument.
So they're practically going instrument by instrument.
Yes, it's very detailed. They cover stringed instruments, keyboard instruments, piano, organ, harpsichord, woodwind instruments, brass instruments, and plucked stringed instruments, guitar, lute. Part 5 focuses on improving the sense-motor control feeling of young students using various tests to examine and improve the fine motor development.
That's a great focus on pedagogy. How does the book conclude?
Well, Part 6 is titled Con Espressione, and it covers topics like rhythm, beat, accents, dealing with stage fright, and finding synesthesia. Parts 660 go into even greater detail on specific instrument techniques, indispositions, and how to achieve the optimal playing position. Part 7 focuses on original shapes of posture and movement, providing exercises to refine technique and ensure proper execution. Finally, Part 8 offers a valuable overview of anatomy and physiology, really grounding the earlier sections in a strong scientific basis. It's a comprehensive exploration of the subject.
It sounds like a truly comprehensive guide. I'm particularly intrigued by the instrument-specific sections. Do they offer like detailed diagrams or illustrations to accompany the advice?
I'm not sure if it has illustrations per se, but they use very specific terminology and instructions. The detail is astonishing. It's not a light read, that's for sure. It really gets into the nitty-gritty of physical mechanics involved in musical performance. It's detailed enough to address a wide range of instruments and techniques, making it useful for both students and teachers. In fact, I think a musician could go through it instrument by instrument, refining their approach.
That's impressive. It sounds like a resource that could significantly improve a musician's performance, both technically and physically.
Precisely. It's not just about playing better, it's about playing more comfortably and healthily, avoiding common injuries, and maximizing potential for expression. It integrates anatomy, neurology, and music performance in a way I've not really seen before. It's a unique and valuable resource.
I'm definitely adding this to my reading list. Thanks for this great summary. It makes me want to read the whole book.
My pleasure, and a huge thanks to our listeners for tuning in to Magic Podcast. Until next time, keep practicing and keep those bodies tuned up. This has been Magic Podcast, your personal podcast.
Thanks for listening.